feels better. Get better, girl. But joining us today is a guest co-host. She's a comedic actress who you can currently see on Jordan Peele's YouTube original series. It's a great series, Weird City. It's Yvette Nicole Brown. Yvette, welcome back.
Thank you, ladies.
I always love to have my friend here because you always keep it extra real,
That's
girl.
right.
All right, you know?
We love that about you.
So are you ready for some girl chat?
I'm ready for some girl chat.
All right.
Here we go. Talk to us, Lonnie.
Speaking of keeping it real, a recent survey revealed that if you're a woman trying to get money, the best thing you can do is get married. Researchers at the University of North Carolina at Charlotte found that while times have certainly changed, the best way for women to get into the 1% is still marrying a rich husband. And of the households researched, only 15% of them needed the woman's income at all to reach 1% status. They also found that despite what people think, the gender pay hasn't closed that much at all, and that there are still a lot of women not reaching executive levels. So ladies, while this study may be troubling, do you think it's also true?
I mean, well, facts are facts. Like, so it is true. Is it wrong? Does it suck? Absolutely. Can we make a change? I have hope that we can. I really do. I believe that this next generation, I think you continue to try, you continue to have hope, you continue to push forward. My issue with this is how people define rich. I'd rather be rich in the quality of my life than in my bank account. So, while I think, okay, it's great if you marry a man who has a bunch of money, have fun living in a mansion, lonely, sad, depressed. You don't know what that person goes through. And we always hear stories that say, like, money doesn't solve your problems.
Right. Yeah.
Biggie said, more money, more problems. So there was that, too.
Yeah.
I genuinely believe that I would rather live in a cardboard box with someone that I'm madly in love with, that I have hope and I feel fulfilled with, before I live. Okay, cardboard box is an extreme.
Okay,
because I can take care of myself.
It's cold in LA right now.
I know, but
damn.
The point is that I also can take care of myself, and I'd rather work really hard and be proud of the amount of money that I bring in to help myself, rather than just marrying somebody just to be in the 1%.
Yeah. I actually have, like, you know, I do have friends who married and they're not in the happiest of marriages, and they are in the 1% now.
They married for money?
They married for money. And, you know, I can't judge them, but for me personally, like, if I'm really in love with somebody, I want to know everything about them. I want to spend all my time getting to know more about them. I want to do everything with them. You want to kiss every part of them. If there's only 1% of that you like, 99% of yourself is going to be miserable.
Exactly.
And that's not worth it.
I
don't have the stomach for it.
Yeah.
I like the song and the phrase, God bless the child that's got his own.
Yes.
I feel that it's important, especially as a woman, as women, we need to make sure that we aspire to build a life for ourselves, because men die, marriages end. Right. And so while you're home and he's making all the money, if it goes sour, you're kind of in a position where you have to now figure out how you're going to keep yourself afloat. So my mother was a single mother, and she raised me and my brother to be able to take care of ourselves, independent of if we ever found someone. And I think that is the greater goal. Find a way to make a life for yourself. If love comes, it's the best thing in the world. But if it doesn't, you don't want your rent and your food and your car and everything to be dependent on somebody else.
Yes.
I just think, oh my, it's tightness in your chest.
Yeah, what this says to me is that, because I looked up what is the 1%, the minimum is $850,000 a year. That's the minimum to be in the 1%. So what that is telling me, come on math now, is that women aren't getting paid as much as men. Because, I mean, if you're an executive, and I looked it up, on average, a woman earns 80.5% less than her male counterparts.
Crazy.
So to me, it's more about, because more women in the United States are working than ever, we're not getting paid as much, and that's what we got to fight.
I just posted a clip on Instagram of Oprah. I posted that famous Oprah clip. Have you guys seen this? Where she was starting out in her career and she was making $22,000 a year, and her male counterpart was making $50,000. And she went in and said, "We're doing the same job. I think we should be getting the same money." And the guy said, "Well, do you have a family?" She was like, "No." "Do you have a house?" She was like, "No." And he was like, "So why should you make the same money?" She said, "Because we're doing the same job."
Yes.
Right.
So and this was 25 years ago, and we're still in a position where we're trying to claw our way to where men are getting, you know, get the same money that men are getting.
But it takes courageous women like Oprah. And now that Oprah's in the position that she's in, and I actually looked up who was in the 1% that were women, it was like people that were heirs to the Walmart family, Steve Jobs' wife. And my thing is, as women, if you are in that position, help other women. Climb the ladder. If you have an opportunity to get somebody in the door in an executive level, help her and look out for that. I absolutely love what Regina King said when she gave her acceptance speech. I think it was the Golden Globes. And she said that what she was going to do in her production company was moving forward, she was going to make it 50% women so that it was equal. 50% women, 50% men that she hired. Why can't that be the thing all the way around in corporate America, everywhere? It should just be even.
But that's why, and you know, because a lot of people are saying it's a lot of stuff about women now. This is the reason why. Because the mark is still not fair.
The numbers are
and I don't want any young woman out there that's watching this to think that I have to marry a man just so I can
survive.
We're not doing that no more.
Absolutely.
So.
Well, if you're a single girl who wants to get married, the first thing you need to find is a man. And nowadays, finding Mr. Right could be as easy as swiping right, but would you let your friends do the swiping? Well, that's exactly what the new app, Ship, is all about. How Ship works is that you set up your dating profile, and then you invite your friends or your crew to swipe for matches on your behalf. You can group chat with your friends in the app about your matches, but if you try to do any of the swiping of your own, your crew will be notified. So Yvette, I want to know, would you trust us ladies to do the swiping for you?
Yes.
Okay.
With qualifiers, because
Okay.
I feel like this. Sometimes you guys, when we're dating and we're in the trenches for a long time, we're kind of tunnel vision, right? We have an idea of what we want. He has to be this tall and he has to work here and all of that. And I think our friends can see something about our personalities or what we really like and what worked and didn't work. Because how many times have you broken up with someone and all your friends said, I ain't never like him. I knew he would. Right?
Right.
So they often see something that we don't see. So I think, and I like the fact that you can group chat. So at least if one of your friends swipe, you can go, girl, what you thinking? He only got 2 toes.
Well, I like this idea. So, Yvette, I was thinking about you, right? And I might set up something for you.
Okay, do it, Lonnie.
Now, this is what I believe you would look for, okay? Because we've been knowing each other a long time.
Is this joke Lonnie or good friend Lonnie?
This, it could be a little bit of both.
Okay.
Can you separate them?
Yes, Lonnie can separate.
Let me get through it first. Yvette,
Yes.
I would swipe one if he's black.
Yes.
Christian.
Yes.
Sense of humor.
Yes.
For sure.
Has a job.
Yes.
Willing to take care of himself.
Yes.
Must love dogs.
Must love dogs. That's
See?
good. That's good friend Lonnie. That was
really good.
That was good friend Lonnie. That's good.
Now, do you want to hear for Jeannie?
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
A rapper. A hit rapper. Partially deaf.
Wait, partially what?
What was the last one?
He partially deaf, so he can listen to her all damn day. Man could not hear on this side.
I will say one thing. I would change one thing on mine.
What?
I don't know that it has to be swiped. Maybe we had the conversation about women dating outside of their race or black women dating. I don't know that it has to be a black man anymore. And hear me out.
What?
She's open.
Are you joining the swirling
love my brothers. I still love my brothers. But it's in thinking about what we just said. There might be something that you guys see that you're like, wait a minute, why don't you give somebody else a chance? So that's all I'm saying.
Because James got some
Maybe
friends.
it's
You
time
know
for the
that.
Asian invasion.
The Chinese New Year just passed and then a whole gang of people. Get ready.
I still love my brothers, so let me just make that clear.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, believe it or not, there's actually a former president many women would swipe right on, and it's not who you think. The Los Angeles Federal Courthouse is currently home to an 80-year-old statue of a shirtless, young and buff Abraham Lincoln.
What in the what?
Yeah, you guys, who many are calling Abe the Babe. The young Lincoln statue was created in 1939 by artist James Lee Hansen, who apparently fashioned the sculpture based on his own body.
Well, okay.
He was looking kind of good. And Twitter is having a field day with the statue, like Alec MacGills, who tweeted, the Gettysburg undress. You get it?
Yeah.
While Ned Pyle thought that Honest Abe had honest abs. So, ladies, would you be willing to cast your vote for Babraham Lincoln?
All right, Mary Todd. That was his wife. She was going home every night.
You know your history.
You think that looks hot?
I don't wait,
get
you said
that.
this is 1939? Homie already has the gray pants, the gray sweatpants swag right there. Like, he's
That's
got
a lot for 1939. That's a lot of chest out.
I have a really weird question.
Yes.
I don't know if this is appropriate.
I think you should say
Okay,
it.
well, go on and we'll try it.
Does anybody ever go to museums and see sculptures like this?
Yeah.
Did they have smaller genitalia back in the day? No, I'm not being funny. Like it's no.
What do you mean? Oh, when it's revealed?
Okay. You
Well,
know
like-
when the private parts are out
Yes.
on
No,
like
we know
the
what you're talking
statue.
about.
Yes.
We know what you're talking
It'd be
about.
so little.
Yeah. Yes.
And I'm always like,
That's because it's cold in the museum. That's why.
I'm serious.
It's cold, baby.
Yes, Lonnie Love.
Babe, Abe the babe isn't suffering from
No.
this same kind of
You know what it
temperature.
is?
He
See,
got
you
that
guys
side
are
going.
not used to having presidents be sexy until we got Barack Obama. Remember? Yeah.
Now, while I do agree with you, while I completely agree with you, anybody else have a crush on Obama?
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah, all of us
Yes.
did. But did anyone else have a crush on Bill Clinton? None of y'all thought Bill was hot?
Not the same.
Guys,
But I
thought
see his charm.
Bill Clinton was very charming.
She said you like the older guys, though. You
I do
always
like
liked
the older guys, and I liked his Southern twang.
I like JFK.
You know what?
JFK was
You
good.
might as well say it, George Washington. What are you doing?
No, I actually
I see
thought
it, I
Bill
just-
Clinton, when he speaks, he's very charming, very charismatic.
He's got that little
But
smirk.
that's not sexy, though.
What is that? I think Bill Clinton was sexy.
You what?
Somebody back there explain me.
say
Hey,
yes.
can I get an amen? Amen. Yeah, amen. I'm just saying.
I would like to go back through our presidents and see which one which one was like the heartthrob of their time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we have all the older pictures.
clearly
to look at.
JFK, like you
Of
just
course,
said.
Yeah,
yeah.
JFK definitely.
You know who I
was. Yeah.
thought? Now, I did not think he was hot, but I always loved Jimmy Carter's heart. He seemed like such a nice man, and he really
Yeah.
cared about people.
Yeah.
So I always
That's
thought
hot
that he
too,
was.
yeah.
That's
So I
nice.
need to
He's
get a
nice
guy
man.
to swipe for you that's like a Jimmy Carter type. Right?
Someone like he does, like he builds homes for Habitat for Humanity,
Yeah.
like he gives back. Philanthropy is very
It's all
important to me.
Okay, so
yeah,
we're
that's
adding
somebody to give
that.
back,
We are adding that to our list. He should be philanthropic.
Yes.
Okay.